What's up, Mogul Lights? Midwest Chief here, bringing you today the Legend Dragon Triple Buddy Horse, or whatever you may call it, deck profile. Um, Shout out to Sean. It's his deck. I'm just piloting the deck. He's the one who actually went and got a 9 to 5 to afford all the cards, because God knows horse is expensive. Shout out to Team Reality Check CX, led by your boy James Chong. Shout out to my teammates Austin Summers, Jared, Corey, and my baby brother Cameron. Shout out to our head admin Eduardo. Love all y'all. Shout out to that up and coming buddy fighter John Taden. And shout out to everyone who also is putting in work with Horus. It's not an easy deck to play. Well, it's easy deck to pilot. It's not an easy deck to craft. All right, let's get into the deck profile. Okay, so the flag is Legend World. It's the three buddies. For those of you who don't know, Thunder Deity, Voltic Raw, effect is when you buddy call him, you get to bring out the blue one, which is Frieza Horse. Then you can bring out the Magna Horse. You can bring these out for free if you buddy call them all out. I didn't go too into detail about that. I mean, if you look at the horse deck profile, you kind of have a general idea. I'm hoping of how it works. But what I was gonna say. So yeah, that's the buddies. Going right into the deck profile. We play 2 Raws. I want to play 3 Raws, but been testing that with 2. I saw a lot of people playing it at 2. At first, I was too. What's the word before? I was too timid, too bashful to try to play it at 2. But it actually works. It actually works. 3 Friezas, 3 Magnas. Then I got. Now I'm not going to try to pronounce these names. I'm really not trying to pronounce these names. I'll try this one. What? The voting mommy maker Juta Lash. When you play him, you have another Legend Dragon on the board. You gain 1 life and draw a card. His other effect is when he's discarded, you can gain 2 gauge. Next, we have 2 Starry Night Enchanter Durik. He only played him at 2 because in case I'm breaking and I kind of really need to open up to see what else I get, he helps me fish for the things I'm looking for. His effect is the hard once per turn. You can discard 1 card from your hand and check top 5 and add a Legend Dragon and a Dragod. So you can check top 5 if you see one of your horses or your impact. You can get that, and you can get another Legend Dragon card. And that's all he really is there, just to help me tutor. Play 3 of this boy. His name is Ancient Lion Dragon. What? Sakara? I'm calling Shaq. Ancient Dragon Shaq. His effect is when he discarded, you check top 4 for a Legend Dragon card and add it to your hand. This ability is a hard once per turn. His other effect is when he's in a drop zone. If your Legend Dragon monsters would leave the board due to card effects, you can pay 1 life and spin it to the bottom of the deck. So, that's good against Vanity, that's good against Time Dragon. It doesn't stop Brawlzus, because Brawlzus is a cost, not a card effect. That is it for the monsters. Next, for spells, we play 2 Yingle Guards. Discard 1 card from your hand, draw 2 cards. 2, what's your name? 2 Dark, Dark Hand Near Lip Bark. I'm not even sure I said that right. The only cast is we have 2 Legend Dragons on your field. So it'd be monsters, items, spells, doesn't matter. You pay 1 gauge, you gain a life, you draw 2 cards. It's a hard once per turn. Next is person has became my favorite card in the deck. King's Privilege. Malik Taya. I think I got some of my furniture floating around. So you pay 1 gauge. If a fire is on your field, you deal 2 damage. If a water is on your field, you gain 2 life. If a thunder on your field, you draw 2 cards. It's a hard once per turn. This helps me get to the what's the word before? It helps me get to the FTK. The FTK is quite simple. I'll explain it to you after the video. Next, we got 2 Inevitable Victory, Kappa Rabba. You can only cast it. You got 2 or more Lizard monsters on your field in a king item. You gain 2 gauge, you gain 2 life, you draw 2 cards. Hard once per turn. Next, you got 3 of the Sespel, Ancient Crest Wall, Juderan. All Legend Dragons on your field cannot be nullified by your opponent's card effects. His other effect is act. You may pay 1 gauge and drop a Legend Dragon from your hand. If you do, you draw 2 cards. That ability only activates once per turn. You're going to have one of these sets. Next up is 2 of the, oh my god, I never knew this card had a name. It has Sith in it. I'm gonna call it Sith. So you can only cast this card. You have 3 or more different monsters with both Dragon and Legend Dragons on your field. Counter put a Legend Dragon from any Legend Dragon, by the way, from your drop zone into your hand, and then you shuffle your drop zone back into your deck. You want to cast this card once per fight. I play 3 Deja Mao or Deju Mao. Stand all the dragons in your buddy zone and put the 2 monsters with both Dragon and Legend Dragon with different names in your hand. If you add 2, you discard 1. You can only cast this once per turn. 2 of the Arcane Crown Coronation, I think it is. 2 effects. You can either go get a king item, or you can pick up 2 Legend Dragon monsters with different names from your drop zone and add them to your hand. If you picked up, well, first of all, it's up to 2. If you do pick up 2, you gotta discard a card. Next, a really broken card. Talabulusi. You can only cast this with a Dragon or Legend Dragon on your field. Counter, choose 1 of these effects. Target monsters can point side of the field equal to the number of buddies in your buddy zone. If I'm remembering that right. Yeah, your buddy zone, and you can bounce them to your opponent's hand, or choose any number of monsters based off of the number of cards in your buddy zone and nullify their effects for the turn. This giving them not able to nullify abilities and bounce cards. This is like a really good card. Like Cameron said it best, Tellable Lucy's unfair. Shall see you, baby brother. Next we have my favorite card, besides the other one I showed y'all, is the Grand Guidance Kifu? Is that how you say it? Yes, I believe so. You only cast this if you have a card with both Legend Dragon and Dragon in the name. Choose 1 of these effects. Either you choose up to 3. What is this effect exactly? I know it stands and rests, but what's the actual wording? Choose up to 1 card for each Dragon your buddy zone and stand the chosen cards. Choose up to 1 card your opponent's field for each Dragon your buddy zone and rest the chosen cards. And the cast cost is pay 1 gauge and 1 life. Next up is Swamp. Oh, hell no. I'm not pronouncing that. So you only cast a Legend Dragon on your board. You check top 3. You add 1 to hand. You put the rest to your gauge. If you got 2 more Dragons on your board with different names, you can gain 2 life. Hard once per turn. All the cards say that. We have 2 of the King's Guidance, Ara Size. You can only cast this during either player's battle phase. Pay 2 life. Counter, return up to 2 Legend Dragon monsters from your field back in your hand, and then you call 2 from your hand without paying their call cost. This really helps me if I'm trying to do a buddy call on my opponent's turn. I can try to pop 2 cards and draw 2 cards and gain 3 life back in the process to try to disrupt them. Just between this, and this, you got a fair amount of interruption. while being all Oonga Boonga and trying to beat their face in. Next up, I play 2 Retainer Shields. Cast cost, pay 1 life. Nullified attack if you got 2 drag outs on your board with different names, I believe. I don't really care about that. If the drag outs on your left and right, you may drop a hand card. If you do, return this card to your hand. I really like doing that once per turn card. Where is it? Really like doing him on my turn. On my opponent's turn, cast a shield, drop him again, and then do it again to do some more digging. No. But Sean, this isn't once per turn. He's once per turn. So I can do 1 on my turn and 1 on your turn. Next up is, wait, did I skip something? Oh, okay. Next up is Future Force. DGX had to get them sweet SPs. Man, shout out to Card Fighters Underground for getting me the SPs. Release condition: having 3 different drag outs on your board. Is there 3 different drag outs on your board? Have 3 or more different monsters with both drag out and legend dragon on your field. This card cannot be destroyed, leave the field, and the abilities cannot be nullified by card effects. This card can attack even if there's a legend dragon in the center. Counter: during your turn, you may drop a hand card. If you do, stand all legend dragon monsters and all monsters in your buddy zone. That is a once per turn effect. So something you can do with this is you can be like, after you do your buddy call, have your formation, you can do like triple attack, skill, stand everyone back up, even in the buddy zone, tack. Then you can go ahead and Rasaj, pick up whatever pieces you don't have in your hand, and then re-buddy call out the 3 people, and then triple attack. So that's just a way to help you kick in teeth. Last card I play is 1 Forbidden Light of the Double Deity, Akafibio. I think how you say that name. This card is pay 2 gauge. You can only cast this card if you got a Drag God and a King on your board. Pay 2 gauge. Deal 2 damage for each of your Drag Gods to your opponent, and then in the final phase. So, I mean, it comes up. So, well, let me go to the sideboard. Then I'll tell you about the FTK. So the sideboard, I do most of my testing on untap.in, and they really don't like doing best of 3s on there. Like I literally gotta tell people, hey, I'm doing a best of 3 when I'm trying to play test with a sideboard, because people will go there, play 1 game, and just leave. But besides that, the website's great. But so I put the 4th King's Guidance in the sideboard, the 4th Talabalusi for those pesky P5, not P5. What's y'all name? The Magic World deck. Phantom Thief Draco, 2 Nazeria, so I can shuffle back in the treasures. For people who go on the side in the buddy blocks, I got 3 Brethren Guards, and I really didn't know what to put in for the last 3 slots, so I just put in 3 loyalties. You can make this pretty much anything you want. I'm gonna call it a freestyle slot. So if you can't get your hands on loyalties, or you think you got something else you want to side in for your local meta, go ahead and be my guest. Like I said, my deck profile isn't absolute. It's not my end-all, win-all deck profile. I know there are other people who are doing just as much work as me with Legend Dragons, and shout out to y'all who are doing the work. So yeah, so that's basically it for the deck profile. I'm going to go into the FTK for people who are curious about it. So basically you have your king item, you have your Magna, your Freezer, your Magna, and your Raw. Let's say you're going first, because of course you're going first. It's an FTK, but they're at 10. You cast this, draw 2 cards, burn them 2. They're at 8. You smack them for 3. Oh, I'm sorry. I was told you couldn't see this card. So you play this card, you burn them for 2. They go from 10 to 8. You smack them for 3. They go from 8 to 5. And then you go ahead and cast the impact for 6. So that's 11 points of damage going first. Now, I know I only play it at 1. It's not really a FTK focused deck. It's not like FTK or bust. It's like, hey, if you draw enough pieces, if you can get to it, if you want to push for it, you can. Because if your impact ends up in the drop zone, you can just go ahead and fish it out with a card like Sith. And just pick it right back up because Sith picks up any Legend Dragon card. So you can literally you can do this. If they shield it, okay, counter, pick this up from your drop zone, then you can cast it. So that was just a cute little trick. I mean, I do get it off sometimes. I think I get it off when I'm actually trying to go for it. But normally I'm not really trying to focus on that. I'm really trying to focus on more of a control kind of thing because that's the kind of player I am. But all right, like, comment, subscribe, and final phase.